Well, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's see. What's up? What's up? Taking your questions, comments. I mean, God, I would have rather lost by 50 than lost the way we just lost. God, I mean, I just literally am putting out my post-game reaction video now. Just brutal. You guys share your comments, your feedback. Obviously, would love to hear it. Just tough, really tough. Really, really tough, especially when you know what's ahead in the conference schedule. The thing about the call in the last possession that I don't like is these refs, they make these calls for the effect, you know what I mean? For the home team effect. And it's just like, it was home cooking. It was a home call. If the game's in Columbia, that's a charge. No question. So just brutal. I mean, I don't really even know what else to say. Sloppy game on both sides. Let's see. We got a decent crowd in here. I think it was a bad call, but again, it's home cooking. Like, you can, I don't think you can really expect to get that call when you're on the road. But it just sucks. Honestly, it just sucks. Didn't even get the opportunity to freaking take the last shot. That's what's maddening about it. I don't know why you don't use the timeout too. I don't understand why you don't use a timeout. Just stupid. Crazy. Just crazy. Is it baseball season yet? It's coming. It's almost here. It's almost here. Let's see. Yeah, AJ Lawson. I don't know what's happened with him. You know what I mean? Like, Mike Kotsar is our best player right now. No doubt. No doubt Mike Kotsar is our best player. So, only 2 threes. I mean, bad. It was awful shooting on both sides. It was terrible. I mean, that was a disgusting. If you're just a casual basketball fan, and really even if you're a South Carolina fan, that was a disgusting game to watch. That was a disgusting game to watch. Let's see. I would say so. Dylan McAllister. I would say Firefank, but literally, who would we get that's better? I don't know if you. I don't know. I don't know that you can upgrade necessarily, but I've already said before, you missed the postseason again. You probably got to make a change. You know what I mean? You just have to. Frank Martin kept his cool. Yeah, for the most part, kept his cool. God, it's just brutal. That's just a heartbreaking loss, man. It's tough to swallow, really. It's tough to swallow. The free throw shooting continues to be abysmal. You know, in a game like that, in conference play, you can't shoot as bad. Let's take a look here. What were the final numbers on free throw shooting? South Carolina shot 33% from the field, 15% from 3-point range, 59% from the line. I mean, you went 13 of 22 from the free throw line. You lost by 1 point. There you go. That's it. Proof's in the pudding. It's in the stats. There it is. I mean, and I don't know how you improve it. Like, what's the quick fix? You know, I just free throw shooting is all mental. These guys all know how to shoot the basketball. You know, it's just ugly, brutal to watch. Brutal. I don't know, man. I'm honestly like speechless. I'm honestly speechless. I'm just so devastated about this game. I mean, it's super devastating too because you lost to Florida and you know what's around the corner. Like you got to face Kentucky. You got to go on the road again to A&M. You got to go on the road to Auburn, who's a top 5 team. Like you're staring at best case scenario, you're staring a 1-4 start in conference play in the face. So, it's just tough to stomach. I mean, it's tough to stomach knowing it's probably not going to get better anytime soon. I don't know what the fix is. Do they need to shoot more free throws in practice? Like, I don't know. I find it hard to believe they don't practice free throws. You know what I mean? I find that very hard to believe, but I mean, it's bad. It is bad. We are awful from the free throw line. Terrible from the free throw line. So again, I don't really know what the quick fix is. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what the quick fix is. I don't. As far as free, I don't know. Really, this is a team now just fighting for the NIT. I mean, really, at this point, probably, unless something miraculous happens. That game, too, man. I mean, just a stupid game. An abysmal shooting performance on both. Heck, Tennessee shot 26% from the field, 19% from three-point range. They made 9 more. They literally made 9 more free throws in it. Like free throws were literally the entire, like the biggest difference in the game was free throws. Losing to Florida and Tennessee with bad offense looks like they're trying to be like Muschamps football team. Oh my gosh. Adam Ritter, what is Frank's issue? Do you think it's a recruiting issue? I feel like we have decent players. I really do. I don't know. I mean, dude, it's just really tough to say. It's just tough to say. I mean, I'm disappointed with AJ Lawson. Really, really disappointed with the way AJ Lawson's playing. He's supposed to be your guy. 4 points in the game. I mean, that cannot happen. AJ Lawson, 0 for 7 from the field. Didn't make a shot. Dude did not make a shot today. I mean, it's just brutal. Like, just absolutely brutal. Absolutely brutal. I mean, I understand it's a young team and there's no leaders and all this other stuff, but dude, it's I mean, heck, what are we 15? We're 15 games in the season, man. Like there are a lot of teams that play all freshmen. Like, how do they have leadership? Like, I don't like that excuse. You know what I mean? Like, do I like the Cocks to win the SEC tournament? No, not really. I want to pass on that one. Trae Hannibal did get to play more. Yeah, he did. I thought he was pretty good. What did he finish up with stat-wise? Let's see. Trae Hannibal, 5 points. Heck, he had more points than A.J. Lawson had. So, if I was Frank, I'd be yelling at my squad in practice right when they got – oh, there's going to be – I mean, I don't doubt he yells at them constantly. I don't doubt it at all. So, I don't doubt it at all. Just, and of course, the way the game ended, just a stupid game with a stupid ending, honestly. Just a stupid game with a stupid ass ending. That bullshit ass call at the end of the game. But you have to know when you're on the road, that call is probably not going your way. It's like baseball. Like, are you going to really leave it in the hands of the umpire? Don't leave it in the hands of the ref. You know what I mean? Like but I mean, it was I didn't like the call. I don't think any South Carolina fan liked the call. So, yeah, I picked South Carolina to make the tournament, the NCAA tournament this year. So, obviously wasn't a very good pick. I really bought into the fact that I thought that this team could really shoot. You know what I mean? Like, I was very surprised. How we played defensively. Thought we played fantastic defensively, but it's just hard to win games when you can't shoot and you can't make free throws. I mean, good God. Good God. So, I don't know, man. This one's tough. This one's just tough. It's brutal. Like I said, to me, it'd have been brutal either way, even if you beat Florida. But it's more brutal to me knowing what's ahead. That you got to face Kentucky at home on Wednesday. You got to go to A&M. You got to go to Auburn. I mean, it's just, when's the next time South Carolina's going to be favored in a game? I mean, really, think about it. I know A&M's not a great team, but you're on the road there. I'd be shocked if South Carolina was the favorite. You certainly are going to be the underdog at Auburn. Vanderbilt, who Texas A&M and Vanderbilt are actually playing right now, Vandy's 8-6. You play them at home, so you might be favored there, but, it's just brutal to think what's upcoming, honestly. Oh, I don't see us beating Kentucky either. I mean, I think you'd be kind of, you got to be drinking the Kool-Aid or wearing the garnet glasses to pick South Carolina to beat Kentucky going in that game. I mean, I'm definitely not picking South Carolina to win that game. Definitely not. But just really, I'll be honest with you, just an abysmal game to watch. I mean, South Carolina and Tennessee both, it felt like it was a contest to see who could miss the most wide open shots. Just crazy. Just absolutely crazy. So, and I'll tell you this was like the craziest game in the sense of like, I have not seen a game with so many runs in it before. Like, it was like, Tennessee jumped out leading 7-0, and then we go 8-0, and then 7-0, 8. Just back and forth. It's crazy. Like, both teams struggling, but the free throws made the difference. You can complain about that call in the last possession, and I think South Carolina fans have every right to gripe about that call, but you make your free throws, you're not in that position. You know what I mean? So it's the little things. It's just the little things. The little things add up. So what's your thoughts on the SEC championship for basketball? I mean, how can you go against Kentucky? Really, Auburn, I think, is probably the best team in the SEC. Yep. I mean, we're probably going to be 8-8 with wins over Clemson and Virginia. Yeah, I mean, this team makes no sense. The only thing consistent about this team is that it's inconsistent. That's the only thing about this team that's consistent is the inconsistency. It's Jekyll on the Tide. I mean, it's, unfortunately though, we're starting to, we're not seeing the other side of it where we come out and play great, or like kind of what we did in Charlottesville. Like, I don't understand where that team, what happened. I don't understand it. I don't understand what happened after the Virginia game. I mean, you've now lost 3 games in a row since beating Virginia. I just don't comprehend there. I don't comprehend. Really don't. So, just brutal. I mean, heartbreaking loss. Really it is. I mean, because like I said, you needed to steal one. You really did. Yeah, I cannot wait to be at Founders Park either, my guy. We start talking baseball this week. I cannot wait for it. I think Jair Bolden's still in Charlottesville. I think that the real Jair Bolden got left in Charlottesville or something. I don't know. I don't know who this guy is. Jeremy Smith, if Jordan Burch can develop quickly and be that playmaker we need on the D line at 6'5" and 275, could we have another Clowney on our hands? Asking for a friend. I think Burch can be a really good player for South Carolina. I'm not going to put those expectations on him, though, because, I mean, listen, he's not Jadeveon Clowney. Nobody's Jadeveon Clowney. There hasn't been a college prospect like him since Jadeveon Clowney, but he can certainly make an impact and be a day one guy and be really, really good for us. Yeah. Why are the girls doing better than the boys in sports? That's a great question. You know what? I don't know. I mean, the women's sports right now have really good coaches. And I'll be honest. I mean, I think a lot of it, like if you're able to put the right coaches in the right position, like, I mean, I'm not taking anything away from it. I said this on the podcast this week, though, because I think somebody else asked this question. I do think it's easier to win big on the women because, I mean, there just aren't even a lot of teams that like put a lot of, resources into their women's sports. Like, not a lot of schools care about their women's sports like we do. So, I mean, you could argue we have the best coach in the country. We got a great facility. I mean, yeah, of course you're going to be able to recruit well. I mean, Dawn, like I'm saying, Dawn Staley could go anywhere and win because she's a great coach. She's going to get the players. So, I mean, it's crazy. It is crazy. We're a women's sports school, straight up. I mean, they're running our athletic department right now because our men's sports, the big three, are just not holding their end. So, I'm. You guys notice I'm not going on like a fire Frank Martin tirade, but I mean, it's just one of those things where I've already said it many times. You missed the postseason this year. It's just, to me, something's got to happen. I mean, something's got to happen. You can't just rinse, repeat every single year after missing the postseason. You just can't do it. You just can't do it. So. At least I don't think you can. I think the verdict's still out on Kingston, but I like Kingston. I'll be honest. I think he's a good coach. I not to get too far into it. Obviously, we're going to talk a lot of baseball in the next coming weeks, but I think South Carolina fans will be happy with the product that Kingston and company put on the field. I think South Carolina baseball is going to be a lot better than it was last year. I really do. It is a deflating loss. It is. I mean, it's just tough because, again, the opportunity to win it was there. You had the opportunity. You had the opportunity. If you just make your free throws, you win this game. No doubt. You make your free throws, you win the game. So, just tough, man. Again, it's loss for words, sloppy game. If you win a game like this, though, who cares? You know what I mean? Getting a win in the SEC on the road, especially, you grind it out. You do what you got to do to get the W. But it's a brutal loss, man. It really is. It really, really is. I was surprised how bad Tennessee looked, to be honest. I mean, they were terrible shooting the ball. They were awful. You guys thought we were bad. They were awful shooting the ball. So, I don't know, man. I don't know what the answer is. I don't know that there really is a quick fix. I mean, I feel like we've got decent players, but just tough, man. Just really, really tough. Really tough. I did see Dabo complaining about the national title site. It's just on brand for Dabo, so it's on brand. I don't know, guys. I'm at a loss for words. I'm going to eat some food. I haven't eaten all day, so I'm going to go eat. But I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Keep trucking along. Maybe we can turn it around against Kentucky. I'm not banking on it, but this one stings. This one really, really stings. So hopefully we can find a way. If you guys want to leave any questions, comments for the show, for the podcast on Monday, call into the voicemail 843-790-3377 or go to Instagram or really just send a DM. However you guys want to leave questions, you can do so. But yeah, I think we're just buckle up. We're in for a long season. That's what it feels like. We're in for a long season. So appreciate you guys. We'll talk again soon.